What does this overflowing toilet and relentless swelling in your legs, feet, and ankles have in common? Just as the overflowing toilet is a sign of a blocked drain, preventing water from overflowing out, a similar thing is happening in your legs, ankles, and feet. Your swollen legs are a distress signal, warning you of a serious blockage in your body's natural drainage system. And this blockage is not only causing your legs to swell up like a water balloon, it is a ticking time bomb that could explode into life-threatening health problems at any moment. So, if you've been suffering from swollen, tender legs, bloated feet and ankles, if you've tried compression socks, diuretics, and dietary changes without any real relief, if you fear losing your mobility and independence because of this persistent swelling, then pay close attention to the next few minutes of this video, because I'm about to reveal the shocking truth about a 7-second fluid release technique proven to stop fluids from flooding into your lower extremities while opening the valves so trapped fluid in your legs, feet, and ankles drains away like a water balloon that's been pricked by a pin. Imagine walking gracefully with no discomfort, being able to stand and cook a full meal without needing to sit to relieve the throbbing pain, no longer suffering an embarrassment of swollen ankles, and finally seeing the bones in your slender, normal-looking feet. It can happen faster than you might imagine. Note that this is no short-term fix, but something that will give you long-lasting results. So please stay with me, because this could be the most important message you've ever heard. Hi, I'm David Taylor, and in this short video, I'm going to share a shockingly effective 7-second fluid release technique with you that can rapidly and permanently relieve your swollen legs, ankles, and feet, liberating you from the constant aching and discomfort and the embarrassment that comes with it. This method was initially uncovered by medical researchers at Georgetown University School of Medicine. And from the moment you start using this 7-second fluid release technique, you'll once again be able to stride through your day without feeling like your feet are ready to burst. You'll never again endure the pain of your swollen sausage toes aching with every step, and the frustration of sitting with your feet up just to avoid the discomfort. You'll never again have to suffer through the disappointment of canceling activities, or the pain from trying to push through because you don't want those around you to laugh, stare, or judge you. That's because this simple fix gets to the root cause of your swollen, puffy feet, your oversized ankles, and your jiggly fluid-filled legs. I guarantee your doctor has never told you about this, because even though numerous studies prove it is the real culprit behind virtually every case of lower leg swelling and edema, it also happens to be such a straightforward and easy fix that everyone from pharmaceutical companies to the doctors they keep in their pockets would prefer you don't even know it exists. What I'm talking about has nothing to do with compression socks, risky surgeries, diuretics, anti-inflammatory drugs, or dietary changes. And of course, I will share exactly what this surprising culprit is in just a few moments, so that day after day and night after night, you can confidently step out with slender calves and normal-looking feet. You can walk gracefully without wincing or limping. You can stand in the kitchen to cook with no swelling, and the familiar pain of too tight shoes will become a distant memory. Now, I know these are some bold promises, but I am absolutely confident in making them. Because not only did this 7-second fluid release fix work for my wife Gail, after a humiliating incident at our daughter's wedding left her in tears in front of friends and family, it has also been used by more than 28,500 men and women from all walks of life. People who had been tormented as their swollen feet and legs made it impossible to enjoy a normal, active life, who now say their edema and foot swelling problems have vanished entirely. Like Martha Simmons in Phoenix.
My swollen feet were a source of pain and embarrassment. I tried everything. Compression socks just moved the problem up my legs. Medications didn't work, and I hated the side effects. My doctor even tried to talk me into risky vein ablation surgery. Thank God I said no. I was so close to giving up, but after trying your water dumping fix, everything changed. I followed the protocol daily without fail. I am proud to say I no longer have to hide my feet or cancel my plans because I know I would be uncomfortable. I'm able to take long walks and recently danced at a family wedding with no swollen feet after. Sometimes I even forget I had swelling at all.
And Robert Patton in Raleigh.
I was skeptical at first. The only reason I tried this is because I was so desperate. You have no idea how surprised I was when it really worked. And it was like I got a brand new pair of feet. I even sleep better because I rarely have pain at the end of the day.
Along with Jill Butler in Kansas City.
As a nurse, standing all day with painful swollen feet has been my reality. I felt frustrated and helpless. Then I came across the 7-second release fix and I decided to try it. It's been a game changer. The swelling in my feet has disappeared and now I can focus in helping my patients without the constant distraction of discomfort. Everyone at the hospital has noticed the change in my energy levels. I can thank enough for this incredible remedy.
And now it's your turn, so please allow me to share what this is all about. Like I mentioned, my name is David Taylor. I'm 54 years old and I live just outside of Dallas, Texas. But I'm not here to tell you my story. Rather, I want to share the experience of my wife, Gail. About 4 years ago, Gail started complaining about how her feet and ankles constantly look swollen. She was having trouble keeping up on her walks. And while she hates to complain, when Gail was standing for any length of time, she would have to loosen her shoes. Her ankles ballooned, so you could not even see the bones. And what worried me most is that despite her attempts to hide it, I started to see pain etched on her face with every step. Each morning, she would wake up and immediately reach for her swollen feet, or linger in front of the mirror, silently judging herself. She tried nearly everything to feel better and improve the appearance of her swollen legs and feet. She drank gallons of water and drastically cut back on salt. She tried wearing those tight compression socks, but all they did was move the problem to a different part of her leg. She kept her legs raised on cushions, only to see the swelling return almost immediately when she lowered her feet to the floor. And while diuretic pills provided temporary relief, the side effects were as debilitating as the swelling. Nothing seemed to work. Gail began to feel like a prisoner in her own body. She was terrified of being the center of attention, of people staring at her ankles and feet, or being the old lady who couldn't keep up. She even began to decline my invitations to go for a walk in the park. And then, that fateful day of our daughter's wedding, Gail suffered a truly humiliating incident. One that made her feel different from everyone else, outcast and embarrassed. But it was also the day that led us to a solution that finally gave her a relief and helped her regain control over her body when nothing else could. It is a solution that has now helped over 28,500 men and women, and one that I have no doubt will also help you to finally end the discomfort, the embarrassment, and the dangerous health risks of fluid retention and swelling in your ankles, feet, and legs. So let me tell you what happened. It was our oldest daughter's wedding day, a day of joy and celebration. And Gail wasn't just the mother of the bride, she was also a bridesmaid. The morning of the wedding, though, she woke up with that all too familiar tightening sensation in her ankles. But she was determined to push through and not let her condition ruin the day. The bridesmaids had chosen a pair of beautiful, delicate heels to wear in a color that matched their dresses. And when Gail had tried on those shoes on a good day several months before, they fit just fine. But this was not a good day for her feet. As the wedding preparations went on and she was forced to walk and stand for most of the morning, her feet and ankles began to swell well beyond their normal size. She started to freak out, realizing that there was no way she would fit into those tight shoes. So whenever she had a spare minute, she would lie down with her feet raised on a chair or a wall, or she would soak them in cold water. And she even refrained from drinking any water, which only made her dehydrated and her feet more swollen. When the time came to slip on those elegant heels, her bloated, puffy feet refused to comply. She tried to squeeze them in, but there was no way her swollen feet would fit into the beautiful shoes the bridesmaid had selected. When she quietly and sheepishly asked several other women if they had a backup pair of heels she could borrow, she was horrified to find that no one had women's shoes that would fit her swollen feet. In fact, the only shoes at the venue that were available and fit Gail's feet were my pair of old worn Crocs. Yes, you heard that right. The mother of the bride wore Crocs to her daughter's wedding. As she walked down the aisle, I heard a few people snicker and whisper. One young man even took pictures. And when the bridesmaids stood together in front of the congregation, it was obvious that one of them was not like the others. Gail's swollen ankles spilled over the clunky pair of Crocs, which looked completely out of place. Of course, she tried to laugh it off, but I could see the humiliation in her eyes, the shame, the embarrassment, and the feeling of being the center of unwanted attention. My wife and the woman I love felt like a spectacle. Her swollen feet and ankles, a source of ridicule, and I couldn't do anything but watch. Later that night, the wedding reception was in full swing. The dance floor was buzzing with laughter and celebration, but Gail certainly wasn't dancing. She spent most of the evening sitting down with her feet hidden under the table. As we sat and watched the festivities, a woman from the groom's side of the family approached. We hadn't met this woman before, but she was hard to miss. She was slim and radiant and moved with an elegance that made you think she was floating. She looked like someone who danced through life. She introduced herself as Helen, and to our surprise, after a bit of small talk, she leaned over to Gail and told her that she also used to suffer from swelling in her legs, feet, and ankles. She had been quietly watching Gail struggle and was feeling her pain because she had been there too. I used to have cankles, she confessed to Gail, and calves the size of tree trunks. She told Gail that the constant swelling had once ruled her life. That is, until she met a doctor who showed her a way to drain the excess fluid in her legs like a clogged pipe gets cleared. Helen said not only did it alleviate her swelling for good, but she'd never felt better in her life, and it's all thanks to Dr. Spencer Morgan. Helen then brought out a slip of paper and wrote down the contact information for the brilliant doctor who helped her when nothing else had worked. She handed the paper to Gail and urged her to contact him. Then she paused and her expression changed. She warned Gail that her own leg swelling had turned out to be a symptom of serious cardiovascular issues and an early warning sign of kidney failure. It was a chilling reminder Gail's swollen feet might be the least of our concerns. And with that, Helen offered a comforting smile and disappeared into the crowd. Later that night, as Gail relayed the details of the conversation to me, I saw a spark in her eyes that had been absent for a long time. It was hope. And while I was still quite skeptical, I knew what we had to do. So the very next day, we picked up the phone and called Dr. Spencer Morgan. At first, he seemed reserved and guarded, but as soon as we mentioned Helen's name and explained Gail's struggles, Dr. Morgan's demeanor shifted. He spoke with passion and enthusiasm and said he felt certain he could help Gail. And since his clinic was just an hour away from our home, he suggested that we visit him in person the following week. Just a few days later, we were sitting with Dr. Morgan. His many awards and degrees decorated the walls. Dr. Morgan shared he'd previously spent over 20 years leading one of America's most respected metabolic research labs in Chicago. When he looked over Gail's file, he knew exactly what was causing her swollen ankles, feet, and legs. "Do you know about a hormone called arginine vasopressin, or AVP?" he asked. We both shook our heads no. Dr. Morgan reassured us that it was okay since most folks hadn't heard of it. But when it comes to edema and swelling in your legs and feet, AVP is a big deal. He told us about a new research from Georgetown University School of Medicine. They found that this AVP hormone is like a traffic cop for fluid in your body. For example, if you're dehydrated and don't drink water, AVP will tell your body to pull fluid from your urine and send it to your bloodstream. And I know that sounds gross, but it's actually super important since our bodies obviously need water to function properly. That's why I sometimes call it your pee hormone, doctor said. And then he told us that while AVP is an important hormone, when your body starts making too much of it, that's when problems arise. That was because, according to a study done by scientists at UNC Chapel Hill, when you have too much of this pee hormone, suddenly AVP goes into hyperdrive, constantly telling your kidneys to suck water out of your urine and to flood your cells. And because of the way circulation works inside our bodies, the first place all that excess water goes is to places like our legs, ankles, and feet. In other words, too much AVP creates this gross overflowing toilet effect in your body, Dr. Morgan said. But in this case, though, fluid doesn't just spill out of the toilet onto the floor. Instead, when there's too much of this pee hormone in your body, urine-tinged fluids spill out of your kidneys, and they start pooling up inside your legs, feet, and ankles. I know, it's super gross, and it actually gets worse, because Dr. Morgan explained that this fluid we're talking about isn't just water. Instead, these excess fluids that are spilling into your limbs and often filled with waste and toxins too, which is one of the big reasons why swollen legs and feet and hands are so often linked with kidney and heart disease too, and why they can even put your body into a state of toxic shock. Isn't that crazy? And if you're wondering what would cause your body to make too much of this pee hormone in the first place, Dr. Morgan said there were a lot of reasons. Everything from dehydration to things like heart issues, liver damage, and slow metabolism. They can all lead to your body releasing more of this pee hormone than it should, causing the discomfort and embarrassment you feel. Not to mention the life-threatening complications you face when your body is unable to clear excess fluid from your legs and feet. And while the culprits were numerous, there was good news too. because according to Dr. Morgan, getting your body to stop producing too much of this P hormone does not require any costly medications or risky surgeries. And while the solution was a lot simpler than you might expect, it hadn't been a simple task to discover and develop it. Dr. Morgan told us he had been studying the causes and effects of edema, swelling, and uncontrolled fluid retention for over 15 years, and he had been refining and testing his elegant natural solution for nearly a decade. Over a long period of trial and error, intense review of the medical literature, and consultations with other specialists around the world, Dr. Morgan had quietly pioneered a simple, safe, and highly effective at-home treatment. It was the same solution he'd provided to the woman we met at our daughter's wedding. And to his knowledge, he was the only one who had devised a method to truly eradicate swelling for good. And in every patient he'd shared this with, the results have been nothing short of spectacular. Because not only did the swelling in their legs, feet, and ankles eventually disappear, but their mobility was restored. Their discomfort vanished. They regained their independence, and they felt healthier than they had in years. His patients told stories of waking up with no pain or discomfort, even after long hours on their feet the day before. They relayed that they no longer had a need for compression socks or to elevate their feet when they relaxed at the end of the day. They could finally fit into shoes they thought they would never wear again. The embarrassment of swollen sausage calves and puffy ankles had become a distant memory. And it was all thanks to a group of natural extracts and substances, each of which has been demonstrated in numerous scientific studies to stop this overactive P hormone inside your bodies and drain away the trapped fluids causing the swelling. Dr. Morgan then proceeded to explain what each of these substances was, and I'll share them with you right now, so you can start using them for yourself. Dr. Morgan told us that the first ingredient is L-Citrulline DL-Malate, a powerful amino acid that's found in watermelons. Although he made it clear that the type of citrulline that he was talking about wasn't just your regular fruit extract. It was a very potent and concentrated form you could typically only find in the world's most advanced research laboratories. Dr. Morgan explained that the purity of this compound is what makes it so special. It keeps the P hormone under control, preventing it from pulling fluid from your urine and sending it to your feet, ankles, and legs. And he described how, in a recent review published in the Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research, scientists were astounded by its ability to rapidly release trapped fluids and flush them right out of the body. Those who took this special form of citrulline experienced a 24% decrease in leg swelling and a significant reduction in symptoms of edema too. He then pointed to another study published in the Journal of Clinical Medicine, where this compound was found to alleviate edema and enhance peripheral circulation, giving immense relief to folks suffering from persistent swelling and discomfort. And the results didn't stop there, because in a clinical trial published in the Japanese Pharmacology and Therapeutics Journal, some of the world's most renowned researchers found L-citrulline reduced swelling during long periods of sitting by over half compared to a placebo. Isn't that amazing? Next, Dr. Morgan revealed another incredibly potent compound, a form of black cumin seed extract known as Nigella sativa. Dr. Morgan explained that similar to the unique form of citrulline, clinical research shows that black cumin seed extract doesn't just reduce overproduction of the P hormone, it also significantly improves circulation and lymphatic drainage, making it a powerful ally in your fight against swelling and edema. And to help us understand the true power of this ingredient, he told us about a major study published in Evidence-Based Complementary and Alternative Medicine, where scientists gave one group of participants black cumin seed extract, while another group received a dummy pill. By the end of the study, the researchers were astounded to find that the group taking the black cumin seed extract experienced a significant decrease in edema and fluid retention, with leg circumference reduced by 22% and a significant improvement in their edema symptoms. And the benefits didn't stop there. In a major review published in Food Science and Technology, the scientists found that when participants were given this unique form of black cumin seed extract regularly, they experienced up to a 32% decrease in water retention, along with improved kidney function, all of which led to reduced swelling in their legs and feet. Can you imagine the relief of waking up to find your feet and ankles look normal, not bloated or misshapen? Of walking around your home without leaning on the furniture, free from the constant ache and discomfort? Of reclaiming your independence and being able to stand and walk without unbearable pain? And to think all this could be possible with just L-Citrulline DL-Malate and black cumin seed extract. Two powerful ingredients that directly address overproduction of the P hormone and tackle the root cause of swelling and edema. But as extraordinary as both L-Citrulline and DL-Malate and black cumin seed extract are, there are only two of the ingredients that Dr. Morgan's clinic has identified. The next ingredient Dr. Morgan revealed was Asparagus Racemosus extract, more commonly known as shatavari root. This ancient medicinal plant is often revered as the queen of herbs in Ayurvedic medicine, and it has been used for centuries in India. And here's where it gets really interesting. Dr. Morgan explained that shatavari root is a potent natural diuretic. Its unique properties can help increase urine output by a staggering 24%, which means it's actively helping you unblock the drains in your body, allowing trapped fluids to flow freely out of your tissues and reduce that painful swelling in your legs, ankles, and feet. And if that wasn't enough, shatavari root also exhibits significant anti-inflammatory activity, which directly counters the painful swelling and puffiness associated with the elevated levels of the P hormone. So just imagine the feeling of relief you'd experience as fluids drain away from your swollen feet and ankles, and the joy of slipping into your favorite shoes without a grimace of pain. That's exactly what this potent ingredient helps you to do. And in a study published in the Journal of Tropical Disease, scientists also found that shatavari root strengthens blood vessels and enhances valve function in the legs by up to 35%. This improvement in circulation can dramatically reduce the swelling associated with fluid retention. Just think about how good it would feel to once again move around your house without hobbling in pain. The delight of getting back to your cherished daily activities. The relief of seeing your feet and ankles return to their normal size. And the peace of mind knowing you're addressing the real cause of your swelling. By combining the power of L-Citrulline DL-Malate, black cumin seed extract, and now shatavari root, you're not just reducing the swelling, you're helping to naturally regulate production of the P hormone, therefore improving fluid levels and circulation throughout your body. Imagine how much money you could save on compression socks, water pills, and unnecessary doctor visits. I bet it's a lot. Now, next up, Dr. Morgan told us that the formula he'd perfected also included a concentrated form of beetroot extract, standardized to 50% betaine nitrate. And he said studies have found that this extract improves valve function and circulation in your legs by up to 26%, while a major study published in the prestigious journal Nutrients revealed that when 41 obese adults took this extract for 6 weeks, they lost an average of 10.6 pounds of water weight. Dr. Morgan also said that his proprietary fluid release fix includes hibiscus extract, derived from a vibrant red flowering plant that's not just beautiful, but also incredibly effective. A major study published in the journal Pharmaceuticals found that this extract could lower oxidative stress and improve circulation by up to 42%. Next, he revealed that his formula contains a potent form of pineapple powder. This seemingly simple ingredient is loaded with bromelain, and a compound with powerful anti-inflammatory properties that can address swelling associated with edema. While a clinical trial published in the journal Biomedical Reports showed pineapple powder significantly reduced edema and even boosted urine output by 29%, acting as a natural diuretic to flush out retained fluids. This was the light at the end of the tunnel we had been praying for, as Dr. Morgan wrapped up his explanation about the unique compounds. The real burning question was, would this solution truly work for Gail? Going by the comprehensive scientific research I'd just seen and the countless stories from Dr. Morgan's patients, it all pointed to an undeniable truth. This should work. But we'd been let down so many times before, I was still quite skeptical. Just then, Dr. Morgan reached over to a shelf beside his desk and handed Gail a bottle. He told her it was filled with 30 easy-to-swallow capsules and contained a synergistic blend of all the ingredients he just explained, and that she'd just need to take one of these capsules each day for the next few months, and that she'd see a major difference in her swelling. So that's exactly what Gail did. She took her first capsule that very first night, and then all we could do was wait. After the first few days, there wasn't much to report. Gail continued waking up to her feet looking like inflated balloons. She couldn't help but worry we were chasing another dead end that simply would not work. But we had made a pact to stick with Dr. Morgan's instructions. And boy, I'm glad we did. Because around day 7, Gail noticed a first glimmer of changes. That morning, she could wiggle her toes without any discomfort. This was still a long way from where she wanted to be, of course, but it was a welcome sign of progress. And as the days turned into weeks, it became increasingly clear that Dr. Morgan had given us something truly unique. By day 15, Gail was walking with significantly less discomfort, and she noticed that she didn't have to loosen her shoes after she'd been standing. By day 21, her feet and ankles were visibly much smaller and less swollen, and by day 30, her feet were nearly back to their normal size. It was just unbelievable. We'd never seen anything like it. In just 30 days, Gail had shed a significant amount of water weight, and it wasn't just visible in her legs and feet. I could easily see her face changing shape, but the best part was how she felt. She was no longer waking up in the middle of the night, her feet throbbing with pain. She was walking better and no longer needed to lean on furniture for support. The constant discomfort in her ankles that once made every step a struggle had vanished. And it wasn't just us who noticed these changes. When our daughter returned from her honeymoon several weeks later, she immediately noticed changes in Gail's face. "Mom, the puffiness is gone, and you're wearing your favorite sandals," she said. It was like our entire world transformed in just a couple months. After experiencing this profound transformation, we realized that we had to share this life-changing solution with others suffering from swollen legs and feet. So I reached out to Dr. Morgan. "Dr. Morgan, I've seen the incredible results with my own eyes," I told him. "Gail's feet and ankles are no longer swollen. She's moving around freely again, and she's happier than she's been in years. We need to make this available to everyone." I was anxious about what Dr. Morgan might say, and to my relief, he agreed wholeheartedly. He confessed that he'd never thought of offering his unique formula beyond his private patients. Still, he recognized that many people could benefit from it. So, together, we embarked on a mission to find the highest quality forms of ingredients used in this unique formula. We wanted to ensure that we sourced from manufacturers who respected Dr. Morgan's strict requirements and handled the ingredients with utmost care. We spent months seeking the purest forms of these compounds, often leveraging our large orders to gain access to even higher grade ingredients typically reserved for top-tier labs at institutions like Harvard and MIT. Next, we reached out to folks in online communities who had been sharing their struggles with persistent leg and foot swelling. Our aim was simple: to find volunteers willing to try this unique solution. What we heard back from them was nothing short of a miracle. A woman named Margaret shared,
"For years, I have been struggling with swollen ankles and feet. I've tried everything from compression socks to dietary changes, but nothing seemed to work. This formula, however, has been a godsend. Not only have I experienced a remarkable reduction in swelling, but I also feel more energetic and lively. Thank you."
A man named Bill added,
"I was initially skeptical, but after a few weeks of using this formula, the swelling in my legs was significantly reduced. I am able to move around freely without pain, and I feel so much more confident now. This has been a game changer for me."
And a woman named Susan told us,
"After my kidney issues began, my feet and ankles would swell up so much that I could barely walk. This formula has brought me relief that I never thought possible. My feet look normal again, and I can enjoy my daily walks without any discomfort."
Hearing these success stories filled us with immense joy, and now we're thrilled to share this breakthrough with you. We call it Flush Factor Plus, the ultimate solution for those who have been suffering with swollen legs, ankles, and feet. This powerful formula is designed to quickly and easily combat overproduction of the P hormone, AVP, the root cause of your fluid retention and painful, embarrassing swelling. And from the moment you start using it, you'll notice an incredible transformation taking place. In a matter of just a week or two, you'll observe a subtle but clear difference in the size of your feet and ankles, with the puffiness and bloating visibly reducing, no matter if it's early morning or late at night. As the discomfort and pain that used to wreck your mobility begin to disappear, it'll now be as though your whole life is slowly coming back into beautiful focus, because your swelling and discomfort no longer make you feel isolated or alone. Simply take one capsule per day with a meal, and that's all it takes to regain control and help to eliminate your suffering. We use only the purest ingredients in this fluid release breakthrough. Every ingredient is tested and certified for purity by third-party labs to ensure the highest quality. This means this breakthrough doesn't contain toxins like harmful metals or additives. And it's made with love and attention to detail in a state-of-the-art facility that follows all the rules set by the FDA and adheres to good manufacturing processes, or GMP. This fluid release breakthrough is also proudly made in the USA. Honestly, it is no wonder that since we released it to the public, it's been hard to keep in stock. In only 4 months, we've sold over 67,500 bottles, and that number is climbing every day. People all over the USA whose mobility has been fading due to swelling and discomfort finally have an all-natural solution that works. And they're telling their friends and family too. But with such high demand, it's only a matter of time before we run out. And since our premium natural ingredients come from across the world, including pristine alpine regions and unspoiled forests of Europe and Asia, restocking will take us a long time. That's why it's crucial that you place your order for as much of this fluid release formula as possible right now. The last thing we want is for you to interrupt your treatment before your swelling has been fully controlled, because in that case, all that's going to happen is that the discomfort and immobility you've been struggling with will return. In fact, from what we've seen and what our customers have reported, the best results are seen when someone uses this fluid release breakthrough for at least 180 days. This gives you the best chance at retaining your mobility while ensuring that your body's ability to regulate fluids stays strong for years to come. Don't let your swelling and discomfort win. Secure your supply today and say goodbye to the frustration and isolation of constant pain and stiffness. We've gone to great lengths to ensure that this fluid release formula is affordable to every American who needs it. After handpicking the best ingredients, negotiating production, and keeping costs low, I'm proud to offer you this game-changing breakthrough at the lowest possible price. You'll never have to spend your hard-earned money on another pair of uncomfortable compression socks or side effect-laden water pills again. And you could say goodbye to costly and risky surgeries that most doctors want to push on you, even when the results aren't even close to guaranteed. This fluid release breakthrough is exclusively available on this site and only while we have stock. We've chosen not to mass produce this solution on a large scale as we believe that would compromise the quality. We're only making as much as we can personally oversee. So if you see this fluid release formula anywhere other than this website, realize that it's not the genuine product. We refuse to sell on Amazon or eBay, as we can never guarantee the quality of that if we expand it to that extent. This breakthrough can reduce the swelling in your feet and ankles, restore your mobility, and ensure a pain-free life for years to come. Say goodbye to the expensive temporary treatments that merely mask the symptoms of your swollen feet, and instead regain your independence and reclaim your life day after day. Imagine no longer struggling to walk around your home, no longer relying on furniture for support, and feel the relief of being confident in your feet, whether you're out shopping or simply enjoying a leisurely walk in the park, or the pleasure of slipping into your favorite pair of shoes and feeling comfortable all day long. With this breakthrough, you'll never miss another moment. Just think about how great it will feel to be your old self again, to see the smiles and joy on the faces of your loved ones as they see your transformation. Wouldn't that make you feel more connected to friends, family, and even strangers? When you invest in this fluid release breakthrough today, you'll pay less than you would for a single visit to a specialist, painful diagnostic procedures, and multiple prescriptions. Yet, unlike any of those approaches, this breakthrough formula is what I believe to be the only real chance of restoring your mobility for good. Plus, when you consider that there's only one facility in the world that meets our quality control expectations, ensuring each bottle contains the purest and most potent form of these ingredients, the special low price we offer today is an absolute steal. So, don't wait. Secure your supply of this fluid release breakthrough today and start your journey towards a more active, independent, and fulfilling life. Because this is not about making money. This is about restoring the freedom and dignity of not just my wife Gail, but all the other people like you who are burdened and embarrassed by their swollen, painful feet and ankles, and who worry if they don't do something soon, they'll end up even more immobile and dependent. That's why I have negotiated hard to bring you this solution to say goodbye to swollen feet and ankles forever, for as little as $2 a day. But this special discounted package is only available today on this webpage and while supplies last. It's the deepest discount we've ever offered, and we're only doing it because we know what a difference this will make in your life. For 6 bottles of this fluid releasing solution, you'll invest only $49 per bottle. This is the right quantity to truly and totally regain your mobility, as you reduce that excess AVP hormone and make sure that your body's fluid regulation stays strong forever. and that your swelling never returns again. And if you choose your package right now, you will risk absolutely nothing, because we want you to be certain that this fluid releasing solution is right for you. We offer every single person a 60-day money-back guarantee. That means you have a full 60 days to test drive this fluid releasing solution for yourself. I know you'll be thrilled with your results, but if for any reason you're not 100% satisfied with your order, simply contact our friendly support staff, send back all the bottles, including the empty ones, and they'll issue a refund. You know what? If you buy our 6-bottle package and your swelling is reduced quicker, feel free to send us back the bottles you haven't used, and you'll get your money back for every single one. Even though, if I were you, I would save them for my family and friends. That is how confident we are that this solution can do wonders. To put it bluntly, if for any reason you are not thrilled with your solution, you pay nothing. If your swelling reduces quickly and you still have some unused bottles left, we will even give you back the money for them too. That's just how I believe business should be done. Either you love our product or you don't pay a dime. What could be simpler than that? And because you're covered by our 60-day no-hassle money-back guarantee, why not take advantage of our 6-month highly discounted package? It really is the smartest option. I mean, you're protected either way. If you love this fluid releasing solution, you're locked into our lowest rate of just $49 per bottle, saving you more than anybody else. And if this swelling reducing formula doesn't work for you, then you simply ask for a refund and lose nothing. No matter what happens, you truly only have everything to gain and nothing to lose. Furthermore, when you decide on the optimal quantity of our fluid releasing breakthrough today, I'm also going to include 2 bonus books valued at $109, absolutely free. So today only, when you invest in a 3 or 6 month supply of this swelling reducing wonder, you'll also receive a free copy of Complete Joint Relief, Getting Around Pain-Free. We thought if you're already going to be doing something extraordinary for your mobility today, why stop there? Inside this free guide, you'll discover not just a step-by-step plan for drastically improving your joint health, like the bizarre hummingbird-inspired technique that improves your mobility almost overnight, the odd but easy morning hack that helps you get out of bed with ease and full of energy, better than Thai massage, 5 ancient pressure points to release stiffness and move with strength and fluidity, the sleep and relax position that increases bone and joint strength by 89%. And that's not all, because you'll also receive a second book called Total Freedom: Unlock Painless Movement in Your Lower Body. Inside this free book, you'll also uncover the hip-hugging stretch to eliminate tightness and discomfort in your hips and upper legs within days. How to do the simple staircase stretch to get your joints lubed up and ready for action. The 30-second mobility trick to avoid getting frozen hips when sitting too long. 7 quick hip opening yoga moves you can do first thing in the morning to stay limber all day. Both guides are yours free when you buy the discounted 3-pack or 6-pack. And you'll also get free shipping, which is an additional savings of $9.95. But please keep in mind that both the generous multi-bottle discount and the complimentary shipping are restricted. Once we run out of this fluid releasing solution, it could take a substantial amount of time to replenish our stocks. So select the 6-bottle package or any other package below this video right now to secure your supply. This is undeniably one of the most crucial and intelligent investments you'll ever make to regain and safeguard your mobility and independence for the foreseeable future. Given all the information you've just been privy to, I'm confident you must be thrilled to test this solution for yourself. All you need to do to claim your discount is simply hit the button below now to order the 6-month supply or whichever option suits your needs best. Once you've chosen your package, you'll then be directed to our secure order page where you can provide your shipping details and payment information. We use the same top-tier 256-bit encryption technology as major corporations like Amazon, eBay, and Walmart, so you can rest assured that your details are safe with us. Upon hitting enter, you'll land on our confirmation page, which will meticulously outline what you can anticipate with your order. Now, a fair warning. Occasionally, we encounter temporary out of stocks. Naturally, we do our utmost to prevent this, but that's just the harsh reality of trying to distribute a product like this to the multitude of people placing large orders all at once. No need to fret though. As long as you're viewing this video right now and don't see an out of stock alert anywhere, then we still have bottles of this fluid releasing solution in stock. I felt the need to make this note because I can't predict when we might exhaust our supply next. And I don't want you to be in the unfortunate situation when you fall in love with this fluid releasing solution, only to return to this page later to find it's completely sold out. So that's just another compelling reason why our 6-bottle option is the most popular. Not only will you reap the full benefits of this fluid releasing solution, but you will also have ample time to place a follow-up order if you choose to. So go ahead and order a 6-month supply or whatever makes the most sense to you. We've reached that critical juncture where you have to make a choice. You've heard the compelling science underpinning this revolutionary remedy and listened to the inspiring tales of individuals just like you who have dramatically changed their lives with just a few seconds each day. As a man who has witnessed firsthand the struggles of his beloved wife, I stand firmly behind this product. I've done everything in my power to make your decision to order today one of the easiest, most rational choices you've ever made. Whether you opt for a 1-month, 3-month, or 6-month package, rest assured that you're fully protected by our 60-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Ultimately, though, the decision is in your hands. You're the one who will take that initial step towards a dramatically improved life. If you're still feeling a bit hesitant, then I urge you not to let fear or doubt stand in your way, because you're completely safe and protected. And when you pause to consider, what's the alternative? I can only imagine the countless failed solutions you've tried in the past that left you feeling frustrated, anxious, and hopeless. Believe me, I've seen my wife go through every single one of them. But now, you have something entirely different in front of you. You could close this page right now after hearing everything I've shared. But what will change? You'll just end up back on that treadmill of disappointments. Another day waking up to feet swollen and unrecognizable. The constant aching and discomfort in your feet and ankles. The struggle of walking or standing for extended periods. The feeling of frustration and self-consciousness due to unsightly swelling that only worsens as the day progresses. You and I both know that's no way to live. That's why I'm extending my hand to offer you a way out. You don't have to say yes. All you have to do is say maybe. You could just be moments away from regaining your mobility and independence. A life without the constant pain and stiffness, where you can walk freely and comfortably, and where you live each day knowing you're in control. All of this and more could be just on the other side of this page. And while the choice you make is entirely up to you, I sincerely hope you make the right choice and reclaim your life free from the pain of swollen feet and ankles. All you have to do to get started is just choose your package from below right now. And I'll see you on the other side to assist you in continuing your journey. Regardless of your decision, I want to personally thank you for taking the time to watch this presentation. I wish you all the health and happiness in the world. Still here, right? I realize that this was a lot to take in. So let me go ahead and address some of the most common concerns you might have. Question 1. How does this fluid releasing breakthrough work again? Well, as I discussed earlier, our unique formula is packed with natural compounds that help regulate the overproduction of a hormone in your urine called AVP. This hormone is the real culprit behind swollen legs, feet, and ankles, and even edema. When this hormone is overproduced, it floods your system, leading to unwanted toxin-filled fluid retention. Our solution tackles this problem at its roots, helping to restore your body's natural ability to regulate fluids. This means less swelling, less discomfort, and more freedom to live your life on your terms. Question 2. Who should take this fluid releasing breakthrough? If you had asked me this question some years back, I would have said it's for people struggling with fluid retention. But with the growing number of individuals suffering from swollen feet and ankles, and even edema, I would recommend this to anyone who is concerned about fluid retention and its associated problems. Question 3. What happens after I hit the button below? Once you choose your preferred package below, you'll be redirected to our 100% secure checkout page. Just enter your payment details and confirm your order. And don't worry, there's no recurring billing or anything like that. Within 5 to 7 business days, you'll receive your order of this fluid releasing breakthrough in a discreet package. That means in less than a week, you could start experiencing relief from your swelling and discomfort. Question 4. What if it doesn't work for me? That's simple. Remember, this fluid releasing breakthrough comes with a 100% money back guarantee. You have a full 60 days to decide if it's right for you. If you're not satisfied for any reason, just reach out to our customer service team and we'll refund your investment. Question 5. How long will this fluid releasing breakthrough be available? That's a hard one. I aim to help as many people as possible find relief from the discomfort and inconvenience of fluid retention. But with the ongoing global issues affecting supply chains and the availability of ingredients, it's uncertain how much longer this breakthrough will be available. That's why it's crucial you get this fluid-releasing breakthrough today. Remember, it comes with a 60-day, 100% money-back guarantee, which means there's zero risk to you, which is why I highly recommend stocking up. Question 6. All right, I want to try this fluid-releasing breakthrough. Now what? That's the easy part. Just click one of the buttons below and choose your package. Remember, you can get started and save over 70% by choosing our most popular 6-bottle package. Just fill out your details on the next page to complete your order, and this fluid-releasing breakthrough will be in your hands within the next 5 to 7 business days. Remember, there's no risk because of my ironclad 60-day guarantee. This presentation is now ending, and I want to thank you for sticking with me until the end. Go ahead and choose your package now. Use this fluid-releasing breakthrough as directed for at least 30 days. Then reach out and let me know what you think. Thank you for watching.